Hi guys! Welcome to
our YouTube channel.
Yeah, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share,
and subscribe. The subscribe button is just down there.
It costs you nothing to subscribe to this channel to see our interesting updates. And without taking much of your time, why we're here today is to give you, the 10 things that we loved about our visit to Morocco. You would have seen some videos, or when you check through the channel, you will see some other videos that we've uploaded, taking you through our trip to Morocco and what to experience and how it was like.
Yeah.
So through the journey, we've highlighted 10 things that we think we really loved about our visit to Morocco.
Yeah.
So let's get it started.
Yes, let's get started. So I think for me, the top 5 things that I like about Morocco is number 1, the welcoming culture. Moroccans are very welcoming. They're very nice. I mean, when you first visit anywhere, the first thing they want to do is to give you a cup of Moroccan tea. I mean, that's
true.
Very nice.
Everywhere you go,
you
would most likely be served the Moroccan tea. And the thing is, what I observed is when you try to, in quote, decline, it's sort of seen as maybe rude or not polite. Not polite, I would say. So I think I agree with that as well. The welcoming culture, it's something that is imbibed in the culture almost everywhere you go, even up to the way their houses are being designed. One of the things we discovered is that in some places you go in the Riyadh or in the Medina, right, the old part of the town, you would find some doors divided into 2 or carved into 2, whereby the small part is for the people living in the house, while the big part is for visitors, such that when they open the big part for you, it sort of signifies that we are welcoming you with a lot of space, into our apartment.
I think that's like super nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So the other thing is the natural landscape. Morocco is beautiful. I have to say that.
I agree.
Like when you are passing through the road, the lawns, it's just so beautiful.
I agree.
Or when you are passing in between the Atlas Mountains, like you just need to be like, oh God, nature is
on our trip, right? Unlike every other places you might go on a road trip where you look left, you look right, it's just boring, dry bushes and all of that. In Morocco, when you are passing through the roads, you look left, you look right, you're seeing beautiful landscape, and at almost every point we are stopping to take photographs of this beautiful natural endowment that these guys have in Morocco. High mountains, beautiful grasses, even within the city, so the landscape is natural and beautiful, and I think I really like that about the Kingdom of Morocco.
Very, very true. And when you are talking about natural landscape, if you are passing through a bad road, in fact, you don't even see the beauty of nature. So I think one other thing that they have is very good roads.
True.
No matter where you go, like where we visited, like the roads were so smooth.
I would say maybe
no
like
98%
of the roads were smooth.
Yeah.
Straight. Except for parts where they were, constructing the roads and all that. But that is understandable, right? They are constructing the road to make it even much better for travelers. So it's really, I
give it to them for that. Like their roads, and just looking at the fact that it's an African country, you'd be like, oh, okay, maybe there might be potholes just like we have.
Poor infrastructure and stuff like that.
No. But the light is 24/7. The road is superb.
Yeah, I think the road infrastructure is very commendable, actually. And what other thing do you think you loved about Morocco?
I think when we are also talking about the culture, the welcoming culture is part 1. The other part is also the traditional culture. It is beautiful to see, like to see cars passing, horses passing,
donkeys passing.
It's just so nice. Like I think they really done a great job to preserve that culture.
Traditional
we
culture.
still know how things were being done far
in the
back.
olden days.
In Morocco, because they still have it. So they have been able to combine both modern and the traditional part. I think that is like so beautiful.
I agree
and
with you.
Historic.
I agree. A lot of traditional things still exist in Morocco. Within their culture, you talk about the dressing, you talk about the designs, you talk about the food, you talk about their music or style of entertainment. A lot of cultural things are still imbibed. Talk about the camel. Olden days is when camel was being used. But today, a lot of people still use camel to transport themselves within Morocco.
And when we are still on camel, what was that sound when they want the camel to
come down? So if you're on the camel and they want the camel to come down, right?
There's a way they communicate
to the camel. So they say acha acha acha, and they tap the camel's neck. And the camel is going to come down. So when next you see a camel, it's just acha 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 acha.
Please don't try it. You've not done it before. Okay, so that's one, and then I think the other thing I would like to call out is also the food. I've heard it before I came to Morocco that Moroccans have very nice different dishes and everything, and I came here and it did not fall short of my expectations. The food were nice. What was
the best food in Morocco?
Is that tagine with meatballs?
Tagine kefta. That's our best dish in Morocco.
Yes, I really loved it with the egg. And the sauce is so nice.
Eat it with bread and it's heavenly.
And they eat everything with bread. No offense, but almost
if you don't like bread, don't go to Morocco. In every starter,
they give you the starter, the entree. It's going to be like bread.
There's going to be bread there. Just take it or leave it. There's going to be bread.
I think we have we can show them like the kind of bread.
Well, if you have that, we'll try to show that.
We try to show you guys.
But continue talking about the other aspect of the food.
And they're also very generous with their food.
With the portion.
Oh God. But some countries you come and learn from Moroccan restaurants, to be honest. They're very generous. Every meal that you want to have there is like 3-course meal or like how do you call it? There's starter, there's the main meal, and then the dessert.
In almost every regular restaurant to go, that we went to, and these aren't necessarily high-end restaurant, but even mid-range or budget restaurant. You get starters, you get the main meal, you get the dessert, and the portion that has been served is also sort of moderate and fair, to be honest, quite decent. So I think I like that about the food, and I think the halal options too.
The halal option, we didn't have to worry about is this halal or not. Whenever we want something, we know we can eat it because this is a largely
because in other countries, for instance, I don't eat in McDonald's. Apologies, but because McDonald's don't serve halal. But in Morocco, driving through McDonald's and I had the Big Mac. And I felt comfortable knowing that it was halal.
And you see McDonald's in almost every
part of Morocco, actually. So that's if you are a snack person and you just want to take something light to carry.
And I really like that driving. We were just drive-through. We didn't get down from the car at all. We had all our orders in the car. It was delivered to us in the car just while driving round. So and I also like the fact that they try to give you very healthy options. So after your meal, your desserts is usually like fruits. When you want to take drinks, they give you freshly made orange juice is their best, or lemon juice. Very nice. So I think overall my experience in Morocco was
fantabulous. I think to continue on that, right, some of the other things that I think I really loved about Morocco, number one, I would say number 6 now, is the architectural design. When you go to the mosques, when you go to some even hotels, right, some hotels are structured some hotels are structured in a very attractive style. So the architecture is very beautiful. We entered some of the mosques, we entered some of the buildings and structures in here in Morocco. take the Majorelle Garden, for instance, as well. You know, you just find beautiful structures all around Morocco. The designs are very fascinating to see, I would say, and I think I commend them on that architecture. And I think the architecture also dates back to many years back, you know, and that links to what we said earlier as to the sustained traditional culture. So that also extends into the sustained traditional architecture that they've been using many years back. Even when you look at the Aqsa or the what's it called, the Kasbahs, the way they were designed. So the Kasbahs are like old buildings for prominent people and the likes. You know, when you look at the designs in light of many years back, you see that this design, this design, and such that many of these Kasbahs were even used for movies and stuff like that.
What I saw like Gladiators, Ali Baba and the Five Thieves.
Indiana Jones and many other blockbuster movies made backwards. So they shot some of these movies in, you know, these nicely designed old Kasbahs as well. So I think I really love that about Morocco. I think the other one I really like is the design of the city as well, which is closely linked to the architecture. So when you go to major cities in Morocco, especially say Marrakesh, when you go to like Tangiers and some other cities, I want to believe you know, the likes of Rabat and like, so when you go to places like this, you find that the design is just makes a lot of sense. You know, there's a lot of green path along the way, a lot of palm planted all through the way. You know, it makes it much more beautiful, and it also helps you know, with the green revolution as well, you know, taking in the carbon and you know, planting trees to ensure that the air we breathe in is cleaner. So all of these styles, you know, imbibed in the way the city is structured and designed is actually very commendable as well.
I agree. What do you think? Very beautiful, very beautiful. And I think you've said it all.
I think to add to that, which should be like the number 8 now, is the handicraft. You can't come to Morocco actually, especially if this is your first time. It's going to be hard. Well, for us, it was hard to leave Morocco without going with a notable handicraft. You know, because this thing is everywhere in Morocco and it's very beautiful. Talk about the ceramics. Talk about the tangent pot, talk about the rugs, handmade rugs and carpets, you know, talk about handmade curtain.
And leather as well.
Handmade cloth, you know. So, the leather, oh my God. So, there's a lot of handicraft things going on here. And these things are made beautifully as well. Shoes, bags, and the likes. And you just have to marvel at the beauty of this thing. And I think I fell in love with that handicraft. Yeah,
I agree with you. And also one thing to notice is that when you talk about different cities have their strength in different handicrafts. Like for example, Fez is known for genuine leather. So you see how they make the leather, and then they make some very beautiful stuffs from those leather as well. When you go to Marrakesh, you can get very lovely carpets. Fez is also known for the ceramics, the blue, you know, designs, and we made sure we got some for ourselves.
Exactly. I agree. I think the number 9 thing that I think I really fell in love with in Morocco is their conscious design, which also links to the city design I talked about earlier. Their conscious efforts rather to support the environment. So for instance, in Morocco, unlike any other country where you go to where you use plastic bags and packing stores, I mean, I'm not saying there are not plastic bags here, but almost everywhere you go you find reusable materials for packaging, which is very commendable. And for those who are very familiar or conversant with the climate change rhetorics and stuff like that, a few years back, the COP22, I think COP is like United Nations summit for climate change. It was out here in Morocco, you know. So these things show that the country is making conscious efforts to support the climate change rhetoric, to support the net zero ambition globally and all of that. And I think that's commendable.
Yeah, it is. It is. And another thing to mention in that is that we went to a mosque in Marrakesh.
Yeah.
I can't really remember what that, but it's like the largest mosque in Marrakesh. It is powered by, you know, renewable energy, solar power.
Yeah.
So I think that was also like very nice
Yeah.
for you to know that they are really conscious about this. Even like their religious policies are putting in place renewable energy. I think that's like very
very common. But I should add as well, it doesn't necessarily mean that the entire mosque structure is powered by solar, but saying that, oh, there are solar panels around the mosque shows that, okay, maybe some parts of the mosque or at some point is being powered by solar energy. So I think that is very commendable about Morocco, and we really love that as well. And I think the very last thing we loved about Morocco is the Hassan II Mosque in Casablanca.
Beautiful.
No, that mosque is fantastic. The mosque is the second largest in Africa, and I think if I'm right, it should be the 7th in the world.
Wow.
But one of the largest in the world as well. But the mosque isn't just wide, you know, but it's also beautiful.
Very
from
beautiful.
the exterior to the interior.
Oh God.
It's massive. It's you know, I don't know the adjective to use to describe the beauty of this mosque. But beyond the beauty and the size, what really also made me love this mosque is the location of the mosque. The location of the mosque is, you know, just at the seashore, close to like the water, a water body. So when you're praying, say outside in the compound of the mosque, you know,
the cool
breeze that would be blowing to you, it's you know,
cool breeze.
It's beyond description. It's beyond description. So I think I really love that mosque as well, and it's located in Casablanca. So I think I would have really blamed myself if I didn't visit that mosque. Yeah, because we were in Casablanca. And we almost didn't want to go out, you know, because a lot of people say,
enjoy our last day, rest
in Morocco and just rest, you know. So
but I'm glad you went.
Yeah, I'm glad we did as well. So like those are the 10 things we really loved about Morocco.
Yeah.
If you've been to Morocco as well, you could share what you loved about Morocco in the comment section.
Let us know.
Yeah, but I should also mention that all of these things we've said are just based on our experiences.
Yeah.
If you think we made any wrong insinuation or whatever you think, you could also just let us know.
We stand to be corrected.
Yeah, we stand to be corrected, but this is just based on our experience.
Yeah.
And we loved Morocco 100%. I asked my wife earlier how she would rate our experience. What did you tell me?
I said 9 over 10.
That's just to tell you how exciting it was to be in Morocco.
The 1 mark is for me. Like some of our lecturers say that.
Yeah, so but it's a very beautiful place. You should try to visit it if you can.
Yeah.
Try and visit many of these places and also take note of many of these things we've said as to what we loved about it, and tell us if you like them as well. All right.
Thank you guys. See you guys next time. Guess where we'll be going next?
Well, until we don't even know. Hi guys. Thank you for watching our video.
Don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and share.
Cheers.